Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Money Way, and today in this video we're going to be going over my top 3 favorite value ETFs that you can buy right now. So just a disclaimer going in, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say in this video is just my opinion. Please do not follow. And another disclaimer is each of these ETFs are 3x ETFs. So that means whatever the market does in this specific industry for each one. This is a defense and aerospace ETF, this is a financial ETF, and this is a technology ETF. So they're going to be tracking the market value of their specific industry times 3. So there's a lot more risk involved, but there's also a lot more potential gain involved. So looking at DFEN, ticker symbol DFEN, it is the Diversified Daily Aerospace and Defense Bull 3X ETF. So it was at an original value before Corona of about $70, and then within about 2 to 3 weeks, it dropped to a low of $6. Now this is a crazy sell when you look at it, and it's even better when you look at the top 10 holdings for each ETF. They are composed of some very good companies that, of course, while they're ticking it in now, will possibly prosper in the future. Of course, you guys want to do your own research on this, but I went ahead and I pulled up the top 10 holdings for each list. So if we look at just the top 3 right now, you can see some very noticeable names. So Lockheed Martin, United Technologies, and Boeing. Well, United Technologies, that is also Raytheon. They just changed their name and they didn't change it yet on the top 10 holdings. But what these two primarily focus in is more of the defense category. So they make software for targeting, software for flying planes that are mainly for the defense side of things. So this is like jets. They also make these different different hardware such as jets, missiles, all these different types of things. And as you guys know, we are a very militarized country. So of course, these stocks have been doing absolutely amazing in the past couple years and are going to do even better as we head into a more confused times where military is probably the top thing that we need right now with all the different protests, with possible war coming up. I mean, you guys have to look into these things, and you guys want to diversify your portfolio, so just in case certain things happen that you can profit off them. So you guys probably know the most out of this list is Boeing. Boeing took a bit of a hit. I believe it dropped from a top of $350 before Corona to about $80. Right now you can get at about $150 to $180, and this stock definitely took the biggest hit out of them all, but it's a multi-billion if not trillion-dollar company, and they mainly are in the air transport production side of things. So they make planes, they make jets like the 747, the 767, all these different planes that all these different airlines such as United, Alaska are all buying from Boeing and some other air transport producers, some of which are also on this list. So mainly these other ones are more on the defense side of things, but all these stocks are over $100 except for Raytheon, which was over $100 before, but obviously took a bit of a hit. This one's about a $350 stock. This one's about a $200 stock, $300 stock. I think this one's either a $400 or $200 stock. I mean, these are excelling companies that it would take a lot to bring them down to the bottom. And basically, if you guys are looking at this ETF, what brought it down the most out of everything was Boeing. It dropped about 80% from its original before Corona value. So of course, DFEN as an ETF, it's going to track this, it's going to do triple that, and it dropped to a very good sale. So definitely top of my list. This is composed of 7% of my portfolio, but of course you guys don't want to bet all your money on this list. On this ETF, you guys want to have a very diversified portfolio. So next on the list, we have Diversified Daily Financial Bull 3X ETF, ticker symbol FAS. So this is part of the financial side of things. I also have a good percentage of my portfolio in this ETF because looking at some of these companies, I mean, I'd be surprised if you guys don't know what each and every one of these different stocks are and what they do. So first on the list, we have Berkshire Hathaway. This is a $240,000 stock. I mean, this is definitely not going anywhere. It's probably the best company that you can buy right now, and it's been excelling in the past couple years. Next, we have a very good bank. We have a credit card. We have another credit card, and we have a bunch of different credit cards, online paying solutions, and banks. We have investment firms. We have real estate, professional services. So what is that? Like informational services. We have financial services. So like loans, debts, financial help, all these different things. If you guys look on the right here, most of it is the banks. So of course, with the different types of stress that has been put on the banks and the types of discounts that we can cash them out right now, you guys definitely want to do your own research on the banks right now. Unfortunately, the news right now is not looking too good on them with the different stress tests and all these different things that are possibly questionable for the livelihood of these different banks. So you guys please want to do your own research on them. This is one of the most risky investments for the short term. Of course, in the long term, they are going to prosper, but with the way that all these different financial stocks are doing right now in these different companies, they basically need people to pay them back and also need people to take out loans to start up businesses. But of course, people are not going to start any businesses right now when no one's buying anything anywhere compared to what it was before, and no one's making any money. So these stocks are really doing bad right now, and this is one of the more risky ones. But this is probably my favorite one. This has about 5x in the past 5 years. And if you look at the top, this has done it 8 times. So let's say you put $10,000 just 5 years ago. This was a no-brainer at that time too. Right now you would be walking out with $80,000 once it returned to its original pre-coronavirus value. So this is probably my favorite one on the list because guys, technology is taking over the future. And if you look at these different companies, I'll also be surprised if you don't know what each of these different ones are, except for Salesforce. So Adobe Inc., what this is Photoshop, this is all these different online softwares, as well as they're kind of going into the hardware the hardware side of things right now. And you also have Microsoft, Apple, Visa, Intel. I mean, you also have AMD on this list somewhere down there. And these are chip producers. And these are basically all blue chip stocks on this top 10 list. Nvidia is starting to go into the self-driving industry with Mercedes. And they're starting to get a lot of deals on some very cool things. So yeah, guys, please do your own research on these stocks before going into them. But of course, in a time of confusion, you want to buy ETFs over anything else because you don't want to bet on a single company that could possibly go bankrupt on a questionable investment. But please, guys, do your own research. And overall, if you guys think I brought a lot of good information today, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think I could do better and what ETFs or stocks you guys are looking at right now. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great week.